I want to start this video. Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstones, for they are the ones that taught us this truth. They're the ones that labored, who dived in these scriptures to give us this truth. Double honors to them and much respect to them. And we bless their hard labor that they have done the work. Blessings to the 144,000. Blessings to the 1/3. And always praises to Yahweh, our eternal Father, and to Yahweh Shai, our eternal deliverer, who shed his life for us. Let's get into these scriptures. We're going to call this video Man of Sin, Who Can See Him? We are going to go into some books: Thessalonians, Matthew, Isaiah, and Revelation. We're going to start off in 2 Thessalonians. Follow with me. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come as a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, and that is the title of our video. All right, we're going to go into verse 4. Who opposes and exalt himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. So this man of sin is sitting in the temple as if he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. So when Yahweh Shai was with the prophets, he told them a lot of things. And the book even says things that the Bible couldn't even contain all the things he said and did. Because Thessalonians is Paul, the apostle. All right? But we must always refer to Yahweh Shai first, because none of the prophets could have got this knowledge if Yahweh Shai never existed. That's from the words of old, as y'all would say, the Old Testament, and even in the New Testament, and even of now. But let me not go off too far track for those that are still learning. In verse 6, and know ye know what beholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Now look at what's going on. We got these riots going on. Today's date is January the 13th. Not January. June the 13th, 2025. And tomorrow will be June the 14th, 2025. And it's supposed to be the year that they're having a celebration down in D.C., the 250 years of the celebration of the United States, which if you're up to date with what's going on with the 250 years, you should already know that most empires do not survive after that mark of 250 years. Most of those crumble and do not last. So that's why I like how it says that I'm gonna read it again. And now ye know that we'll go to the part that he might be revealed in his time. Because right now this is his time. He's taking his time to try to exalt himself, the man of sin. In verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who know letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Oh, he's going to be taken out of the way. Right? But if you notice, the first thing it says, for the mystery of iniquity. See, you have to know the mystery of all these scriptures. It's a mystery. Yahweh, through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is not just going to write these things down in plain letters for everybody to see. No. It's only meant for certain people to see. It's just like if you have a combination to a lock, only certain people should know that combination. And you're only going to give it to certain people that should have that combination to that lock. And if those that have an idea what the combination might be, may they be blinded so they don't see. We're going to turn to Matthew 13:11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So it's not given to everybody. And you're going to see who is given to. So I'm not going to spoil it. Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not. We have to speak in parables for those that might not understand. And basically, you got to give examples for those that don't catch it right off. But for those that don't catch it right off, that's okay. But that's still for a certain class of people. Let me finish that. And hearing they heard not, neither do they understand. So if you're not of these people, you're not going to understand these mysteries. This gospel is going to be only for those that understand. A certain class of people. And like I said, once again, you're going to find out who is that class of people. We go down to 14. and in them is fulfilled the prophecy. We are living in prophecies right now. Prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and see ye shall see, and shall not perceive. You see how that works? It's being fulfilled that the prophets are going to see, and those that are not of the prophets are not going to be able to perceive it. It's only for a select people to receive. Now we're going to turn back to Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So this man of sin is going to talk with his mouth. If you see that, he's going to say all these things. And shall destroy the brightness of his coming. He's thinking he's going to do all these wonderful things. He's going to have things and no one's going to be able to take him down. But Yahweh, through Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, is, what did it say? It's not what I said. It's what it said. Shall destroy the brightness of his coming. He's going to try to set up everything he wants in these last days. People being deported. A lot of these deported people, now they're being deported out of the country, they're going to lose their houses. They're going to lose their cars, their children. But what it is, whatever you lose now, you will gain 100-fold in the kingdom. It's going to be painful. It's very easy to say, but when it happens, I mean, you got to do your best to be strong for when it happens. Go down to verse 9. Even him who coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that going on in these last days. You're going to see the power of how this country is going to move forward. The things that they're going to do. You're going to see the signs. And you're going to see the lion. Look at the lion. All these people voted for Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump this. Yeah, we love you, Donald Trump. And then people come back and say, oh, he lied to us. He lied to us. Yeah, they just wanted our vote. They lied to us. And now they sit in this back. That's because you put all your eggs in that basket. Your eggs should have been put in Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. That's where your eggs should have been put in. All your eggs. Not some of them, but all of them. And that's what people are doing. And that's what some of them did. Verse 10. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Can you imagine that? They put all their work in there doing that. They didn't believe. What did it say? That they perish. They receive not the love of the truth. This truth of this word is love. For us to go out there, to make the videos, to be on the highways and hedges, to talk to family members, to talk to friends, to no matter way how you getting this word out. That is love. We could say, well, we're going to keep this to ourselves and just let them die. But no, We giving it to y'all. And we not charging no money for it. Because we looking for, well, like how I said before, it's only going to be a select few that's going to understand these mysteries. But even still being said, from when they want to try to talk down on the prophets and talk down at Great Millstone and try to make it seem like we're wicked people, we're not. We're giving the same love, the same Bible that y'all use in y'all church. We use the same ones. It's just y'all just want to hear sweet things. And we're not trying to just give sweet things. We're trying to give you those scriptures that y'all don't normally talk about. The scriptures that y'all would say that's in the back, oh, that don't mean that. No, it does mean that. But, like how I said, it's only for a select few. Verse 11. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Y'all believed all them lies. And who's the God? Yahweh. That's the Father of the universe through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They sent a strong delusion, and y'all believed it. Y'all thought that y'all can go out here, cash your votes, vote here, vote there, do this, do that, and everything gonna be all good. Oh man, we should have voted for Kamala, and all. It doesn't matter. Even if Kamala was in, stuff is still gonna be crazy. It might take a little bit longer, but Trump is in, and stuff is going very fast. And y'all believe the lie that when y'all voted for him, he was going to look out for y'all. And he didn't. And he had no intentions to you. I seen on another brother's channel, he said, he lied to you, so what? He lied to you, so what? Get over it. Get over it. It's the truth. Y'all got to get over that he lied to you. Y'all put all y'all investments in a system that is falling down, in a system that has shown y'all without a shadow of a doubt who they are. We're going to go back into Matthew 13:16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. See? That's why I said only certain people are going to hear this message and understand this message. I mean, I'm not playing with these scriptures, man. Matthews and Thessalonians, man, it's going to put it in. I mean, we in the pocket right now. It says, let me read that again. Matthew 13, verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Yeah. Some people going to see it, and some people going to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not seeing and hearing, everything that we telling you is just going to look like craziness. But it's only for a chosen few. Verse 17. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parables of the sowers. Verse 19. For when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth not, then cometh the wicked one, and snatch away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receiveth the seed by the wayside. So y'all might be hearing a lot of this stuff from watching videos, from hearing the prophets on the street. Y'all hear it. And it's like, oh man, this is where it's at. And y'all hear it, and it's good. And y'all liking it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, I believe everything you're saying now. What is it? Verse 20. But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and with joy receiveth. So basically what's going to happen is people are going to receive this word, and after they receive this word, basically if they're not going to hold fast onto it, they're just going to break away from it. And it's not going to mean nothing to them. That's why it's only for a select few. Somebody hear it and then it sounds good, then it's gone. It runs away from them. Only because of them. I'm gonna bring that back. I don't know why that went out like that. Let's turn back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 12 and 13. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So think about this. In Matthew, you seen how people heard the word, like, oh yeah, this sounds good. Yeah, sound good. And something come along, and what you do? You start doing unrighteousness. You start going back to how stuff was. And that happens to a lot of people. But now in these days, you got to hold on to it as tight as you can. Because everybody, as they say, backslides here and there. It's nothing new under the sun. All right? Let me read that again. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Verse 13. But we are bound to give thanks always to God, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, for you brethren believe the Lord, Yahweh, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation. See that? From the beginning. So from the beginning, God has chosen certain men for this salvation. So when you see these brothers out here taking their time in a very stressful world to make these videos, to be out in the streets, to talk to family, talk to friends, you should really take heed to that. Because those are the ones that are chosen. It says from the beginning, choosing you. So for you to get this word, it's not that you want the word. It's the creator of the whole universe through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who is allowing you salvation to the sanctification of the spirit and belief of what? The truth. See that? So when we say 100% truth, that's what it's saying. Of the truth. Not of me that I'm saying these words, but from the creator of the universe. From Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The belief of the truth. And who is the believing of all these words and of the truth? That's the elect. Because that's who he's coming for. That's who this book is for. The elect. And we all hoping to be of that number. And I'm hoping to be of that number of the elect. We're going to go into Thessalonians, still 2 Thessalonians 3:1. Finally, brothers, pray for us that the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you. So it's talking among that same elect people. It says, finally, brethren. The brothers at GMS, we are the brethren. Some's going to be saved, some going to not be saved. I'm not the one to do that choosing or that picking. I hope, just like how we all hope. And we all got to do self-evaluation with ourselves to try to strive to do better, to do more in every way that we can. Every way and every day we must strive to grow. So everybody do their self-evaluation. We're going to turn to Isaiah. We're going to try to end this a little bit. We're going to turn to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. To destroy the whole land. You see that? They want to destroy the whole land. And they've been destroying the whole land for years with pollution. I mean, you can't even go hunting or fishing without a license that they did. They stole this land. And you already know the history of how they have done stuff for a long time. I'm going to read it again. They come from a far country. They wasn't native to this land. From the ends of the heavens, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. We're going to turn to Isaiah. I'm sorry, not Isaiah. Revelations 18. Hoping this word was edifying. Trying to keep my videos under 30 minutes if I can. Revelation 18, 17. Revelation 18, 17. For the 1 hour, for in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipman and all the company and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto that great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by the reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. So who do you think that's talking about? That's talking about America. Off break. This man of sin is doing all this stuff in America. And if you look at the verse before 17, it says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen. Think about that fine linen that is clothed in. You got Gucci, you got Prada. I mean, you got a lot of these clothing brands making a lot of money in America. And you got a lot of Jake out here that will spend a lot of money just to have some of these name brand clothes and cars and stuff. Just like how Kanye say, I got all this stuff just to say you ain't up on this, just so they can try to impress. And you got people that's even not of Israel that do the same thing. And this man of sin has taken control of this place and is doing all these secret things behind closed doors. But he's being revealed. But who's going to be able to reveal it? Just like how I brought it out in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, 12 and 13. It's going to be seen by those elect that's going to see it. They're going to be the ones to be able to see what's going on. And as it continues in verse 16 from Revelation 18:16, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones and pearls. Come on, man. You know they always got a K jeweler. You know what I'm saying? K jewelers and Jarrett's and all this stuff. And in America, always looking good. Everybody want to say, let's go to the land of milk and honey. Everybody always trying to come over to this place. Oh, let's get to America. America this. And you got people doing all this protesting, saying we're going to come back. I even seen a video of someone who got deported and came right back and did another video showing that they was still, they was able to come back into this land. That soon ain't going to mean nothing. Because you're looking at all the stuff that America really has made a lot of people lazy. Every man should have their own lot to be able to farm and to be sustainable. But people say, oh well, if I'm working doing this job, I can just have someone cook some food for me, have someone clean my house, or have someone fix my car. A lot of people don't want to do stuff themselves. I mean, I take pride in trying to fix my own vehicles and do whatever I have to do for myself, or not having to call someone else to do it for. I mean, sometimes you might have to if you don't know something, or you might not have the time, or it might be something you just can't do. But the point is, that's how people look at this place that we live in, and they're very comfortable. And you shouldn't be comfortable in a place just because it's decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. That's how people look at this place. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to leave from it. And as I'm looking at this, as I'm reading, as it goes back, even in I'm gonna go from 14 and down. It says, and the fruits that thy soul lust after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee. See? Some of these things, if you think about, a lot of these things has been snares to people. You like being on your iPhone and stuff like that, and being on your Android and having your car and stuff like that. All that stuff gonna be taken away. All those luxuries of this ungodly system that this man of sin has set up is all gonna be taken away. It says, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. So if you're looking to get another iPhone after this system, you can count that out. If you someone that's of high standard and you got this money and you listen to this message, if you're looking to go to Bentley to get another Bentley, you know what I'm saying? You want a 2040 Bentley? That ain't happening. That's dead. You ain't getting that. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go ahead and count that out. You know what I'm saying? It's done. If you think you're gonna get anything that was in this old world, is gone. And 15, the merchants of these things, which were made rich by her. Think about this. You got Toyota, for instance, make a lot of money selling their Toyotas, as Donald Trump was bringing out, saying how y'all want to have all. That's where all this crazy terrorists is coming from. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is coming to fruition. You see what I'm saying? They make a lot of money from America. That's why it says they gonna see the city from far off. You know, they'll be like, oh wow. They're gonna see it. Cause look at it. Some people in China really ain't got no Toyotas all like that. In Japan, they selling all these foreign vehicles. That's why they always say, "Oh, it's not made in America, it's made in China," and all this stuff. Yeah, they're making a lot of money over here in America. Let me continue. Let me read it again. The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand far off, for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Yeah. They gonna be like, yo, we don't want no parts of that. We seen what happened over there. All that's gonna come to crumble when the man of sin is being revealed. Everybody gonna start seeing who this person is. I don't have to go in and mention the name. As it says, he's gonna be revealed. So I'm gonna do just that and let it be revealed. And y'all gonna see it. And then y'all looking at all these videos that come out of GMS, you're gonna be like, oh man, it was true. All of it was true. All of it was true. That man who y'all kept saying, oh no, y'all saying that y'all talking hate speech and stuff like that. Well, if it's truly hate speech, take the Bible and the Apocrypha. Because some Bibles, as you already know, already have the Apocrypha in it. Take this stuff out of the churches then. Don't just try to come at us and say that we are a hate group and we trying to bring destruction. We're just talking. All we're doing is reading from a book. How are you going to try to classify us and put us on some government watch list because we're reading from a book? Yeah, you know what it is? Because y'all see us as the prophets of doom. And it's going to be doom for y'all who are of the man of sin and is walking with friends of the man of sin and is working with the man of sin and likes the man of sin. So those that are joining with the man of sin, you're going to fall with the man of sin. And that's how it's going to be. I wasn't even trying to bring out these other scriptures, but it seems, to be honest, you could just, from reading this holy book, it is no end. You could basically almost pick out any scripture from this holy book because it's true. As you seen how I was reading, I mainly stayed in Thessalonians and Matthew and read something out of Isaiah and Revelations. We already are seeing, for those that are meant to see, the elect are already seeing who the man of sin is. And as I'm not going to say as I, because I'm not going to take the credit. I'm going to say it as a whole, as we have been bringing out in these scriptures who the man of sin is. And that's who he is. He's a person doing destruction, tearing up this earth, and the whole world is going to look at him and say, this is who he is. The one that has tore up this earth. The one that have done all these things. Hold on. You know what? I said I was going to stop, but I think I need to bring out this last scripture in Isaiah 14. Hold on real quick. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16. They that see, they shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities, therefore, that opened not the houses of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lying in glory, everyone in his own house. We all going to see who that man of sin is. So if you don't want to see him, whether you like it or not, you're going to see him. Shalom.